Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another daily transfer update. And people, we have had some breaking news today. We all thought, oh, who's this mystery attacker going to be? People thinking, oh, it could be Musiala, could be Florian Wirtz. Oh, maybe it's Rafinha, maybe it's Jadon Sancho. No, that man is Manchester City's Cole Palmer. Chelsea have had a £35 million bid rejected for Cole Palmer. Manchester City are wanting around £50 million, but it's believed the deal could be done for £45 million total package. I mean, Chelsea, to be honest, we can't really afford to be going much above that, in my opinion. But the big breaking news is that Chelsea are pursuing Cole Palmer as their new attacking signing and want to get this deal done, obviously, before the end of the window. We've also got other news that Chelsea are open to signing another centre forward, but are prepared to wait until January. Obviously reported interest in Ivan Toney. Chelsea's pursuit of obviously Cole Palmer's been driven by Joe Shields, apparently. And also we were offered the opportunity to sign Ansu Fati from Barcelona, but as of yet, there has been no formal approach on that front. Trevor Chalobah is still linked with a move to Bayern Munich. That's potentially getting a little bit closer. If Pierre-Emile Højbjerg were to leave Spurs, and apparently Spurs would then step up their interest again in trying to sign Conor Gallagher. But yeah, guys, there's only really one place to start. So make sure you smash a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Big up to everyone that's already locked in. A little bit earlier than normal, but I've got to get this stream in today. This is the only time it works because I'm off to the game later on tonight. So yeah, this is the time we're doing it. Big up to everyone that's here. I know it's a little bit earlier than we normally do it, but it's better than not bringing the content at all. We got to bring the content, people. Particularly the last few days of the window, when the news is coming thick and fast. So smash a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat, and then we're going to dive right into this. Who do I prefer, Cole Palmer or Ansu Fati from Barca? Cole Palmer for me. Yeah, I agree on that. Tottenham are in talks with a loan deal yet. Fati's too injury prone yet. Palmer, yes, big up my guy. Yes, we're back. We're back. Yes, hope you're good, brother. Do you think Palmer is better than Chukwuemeka? Different positions, different positions. So it's not really an accurate reflection to compare those two because they're different. I would agree on that. Fatty is very injury prone. 50 to 55 million, and you take Palmer from us. Nah, brother, we're brother, 45 million pounds all in, and we'll have ourselves a deal. This will happen now. In my opinion, this will happen. Yes, proper Chelsea, big up. 45 million for a squad player. Well, yeah, I guess so. But that's the market these days. That is the market these days. Palmer is minimum 50. We'll get him for 45, I think. In my opinion, Palmer is a better option than Fati. Yeah, I think he is as well. No, today's match is not broadcast anywhere, which is kind of mad. No one has picked it up globally at all to be broadcast. So you'll have to try and find it, I guess, on some sort of dodgy stream somewhere. No, that was utter bollocks. Someone just made that up. That's not happening at all. Yes, Shavindra, big up my guy. Hope you're good. Have you heard about that kid? You mean Lamal? Yeah, he's looking very good. 16 years of age. Looks like a real proper talent for sure. Yes, thank you, brother. Hope you're good. Yes, Semi, big up. Thank you for hitting that like button. We need number 10, not Palmer. Palmer can play as a 10 as well. He's a right winger predominantly, but he can play as a 10. He's also played centrally. He started in a midfield 3, I think, in a game for the England under-21s, where ironically Noni Madueke started on the right-hand side. 45 million, I think, is all right for him. Yes, Louis, big up my guy. He's a good baller. He is. I don't think 50 will happen. Palmer's a good player. I agree on this. I think Palmer is definitely one of those who could be very good. No two ways about it. Yet Cucurella to Man United still on players agreed personal terms. That one is very much advancing as we speak. That the expectation is fully for that to be done by the end of the window. Yeah, I agree on all these things. You know, Palmer ain't a goal scorer nor creator. Look. I don't know what people were expecting. Who were people actually realistically expecting us to sign? I mean, were people actually genuinely believing we were going to get a Musiala or someone like that? It's kind of a madness. You know, we know what the club are looking to do. We know the route that we're going down. We were never going to get some sort of massive name for big money. That we just weren't going to do that. From my experience, he can't finish and contribute when dependent on. Well, I mean, I think that's slightly untrue. He's got the goal in the Community Shield, scored the equaliser in the Super Cup. He's not had massive amounts of opportunity to play for Manchester City, but he's done well when he's been called upon. Lobo, afternoon. Hope you're good, brother. There are better options available at 45 million. Who's a better option at 45 million? What about Felix links? Nah, no, nothing in the Felix links at all. Do you think Man City will accept 45? Yeah, I do think they will. It's not possible. Not this summer. Fabrizio's already said impossible. Impossible this window. It's not impossible never, but certainly for this summer, impossible. Pedro Goncalves is better than Palmer. Okay. Musiala worth 110. Musiala would have cost over 100 million. I know a lot of Chelsea saying we needed Kene, or do you mean Kane? Kane would have been great, but we were never going to get him. The Pedro guy from Lisbon. Yeah, no, that gets mentioned a lot. But let's dive into this big news then. Cole Palmer. So it was first reported by Fabrizio. Where is it here? So he's saying that negotiations between Chelsea and Manchester City for Cole Palmer are ongoing. Told City want fee in the region of £45 million to advance in discussions. Chelsea had contacts on the player side as Palmer would be open to joining them after initial contact. I mean, I think it's one of them where no one expected Cole Palmer to be the name. When you were thinking of all the attackers we were linked with, and this is what I mean when Chelsea do actually work in silence and work behind the scenes. Cole Palmer's name wasn't mentioned once until today. So, you had Brennan Johnson links, we had Rafinha, we had Jadon Sancho, we had Bacola, we had Doku. Like, there were so many attacking players we were linked to. No one thought it was going to be Cole Palmer. I don't know what I thought about this. You know, when it first came out, I was like, Cole Palmer. What was not expecting that at all. Wasn't expecting it. But it's one of them for me where it ticks the boxes of what Chelsea are looking to do. And whether you agree or disagree with it is irrelevant. It ticks the boxes for what we want. It ticks the boxes in terms of a homegrown slot or is English. I mean, I don't think that's a massive issue, but Premier League, played in the Premier League, fits in the age profile, versatile in terms of can play wing, can play centrally, can play in midfield. That's ticked. So he does tick a lot of the boxes that we are looking to fill, and there's no doubt about it. He's a top talent. Other than Phil Foden, he's one of the best talents out of the Manchester City academy. Yes, Rico Lewis, you could also say is there as well. But you know, Cole Palmer is very, very highly thought of at Manchester City, and you know, I just want to completely remove this narrative that if City are happy to sell him, it means that he's not any good, because it's just a nonsense. You know, people saying, he can't be good if City are prepared to let go of him. Well, City let go of Lavia, and we all celebrated that signing. City dominate, and they can't keep all their talent. So, you know, they don't make perfect decisions or anything, but Palmer definitely has the talent to make for sure to make them maybe regret it. And they don't want him to go either. They don't want him to leave. Palmer is pushing for the move. He wants the move. City would be happy to keep him, but ultimately, not all the top talents can make it at Manchester City. So, yeah, you know, it's one of them. But this idea that people are saying, he's no good because Man City are happy to get are prepared to sell him. Well, Jesus is still a good player. Man City sold him. Zinchenko is still a decent player. Sterling is still a decent player. All sold by Man City. Doesn't mean they're shit. Man City just know when to move players on and know when to sell players, and they tend to get it right more often than not. I think he can make. I'm not saying he's going to instantly make an impact. I don't know if he'll start straight away or what the situation will be with him, but I think he's got the ability to make an instant impact. But it depends what we're looking for in terms of an instant impact. Someone to come in and start straight away. I don't know if he does start straight away. It'd be interesting to see where Chelsea are looking to play him, because right now it seems we've got 4 wide players now. We've got Sterling, Madueke, Mudryk, and then Cole Palmer would be that 4th, but he offers a bit more versatility than the others as well. Agreed, bro. He ticks all the boxes. Yeah, I think so. I still don't know what to think. I haven't seen much of him. No, there's not been an awful lot of him. It makes a lot of sense to me. Fits the profile completely. I agree on that. Jeremy Pino from Villarreal would be good. Jackson Link too. It's not going to happen now. If he's so good, why is he going for 45 million? Well, I think 45 million is the going rate for someone like him right now, in terms of he's not played an awful lot of football. I think that's a very, very fair price. And I'd rather spend that on Cole Palmer than spend it on Brennan Johnson, or spend it on Barcola, or spend it on Rayan Cherki. If he stays at City, how would he get into the team? He wouldn't necessarily. I'm sure he would get minutes because he'd play in cup games and that sort of thing. But yeah, of course, it would be difficult for him to break in. There's no two ways about it. He's an 80 overall in a team with 85 and up overall. Anti-English players mob going to be drinking their tears. Yeah, 45 can hijack Kudos. Oh, well, Kudos is signed now. Always wanted Griezmann at Chelsea when Tuchel was here. Yeah, Griezmann would have been great. I'm a huge fan of Griezmann. But yeah, we've got big up, mate. Quite happy with the Palmer signing personally. I agree. We need goals and assists instantly. Palmer won't give that. But who was realistically, right, gonna come in and give us goals and assists instantly? Can someone please tell me who was instantly going to come in and give goals and assists that we could have realistically signed? Who was going to do that? Who was going to do that, people? Like, there wasn't really the options out there. People are thinking that, we can just go and drop hundreds of millions on players, like in the last few days of the window. That was never, ever going to happen. So, I mean, that's on you guys. If you got carried away, got really excited and were expecting someone to come and do it, that was never going to be the case. It was never going to be the case. It was always going to be, it was never going to be some massive name. It was never going to be a massive name. Gift Orban, again, we've been linked with him in the past. Could be going to Spurs, could be staying put. He's another young striker. He wasn't going to come in and instantly do it. There's very few guarantees, right, of players that are going to instantly come in and make a difference. There's very, very few. You could say, obviously, Erling Haaland, per se, Kylian Mbappe. There's very few players that will come in straight away and make an instant impact. Should have gone for experience. Look, experience has not got us very far in the past. Last season, there was a lot of experience there, and we were totally shit. I think the experience thing is massively overplayed. Any confirmation on Ivan Toney links? Yep, Chelsea are interested in Ivan Toney. That's well known. That's well documented. No one for the type of player and profile we're looking for. No, there isn't. There absolutely isn't. And if there is, they're going to cost an absolute fortune, or they don't want to leave their respective clubs. Again, no, not for me. Not for me. Danny Olmo, I like Danny Olmo, but again, there's no guarantee he comes in and makes an instant impact. I think he's a decent player, Danny Olmo. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely ability there for sure. What else have we got popping off here? What is update on Jadon Sancho? I mean, for me, I've not heard anything. He was on a list of players that Chelsea were looking at. But other than that, no, I think he stays put. Outgoings, Forest are close to getting Callum Hudson-Odoi done. There's also interest from Forest in Malang Sarr as well. Other than that, no real news on any other outgoings. It's madness to say he won't give goals and assists. Look at the Super Cup and Community Shield. Yeah, exactly. Like, he does. And if you only have to, I mean, I've not watched a lot of his youth career, but certainly throughout the youth teams, people that have followed him closely have spoken of him very, very highly. Danny Olmo, Müller, Griezmann, we need experience to be honest to rotate within Nkunku when he's back. We were never going to get any of them. I would wait until January for Toney. Yeah, I think I'd do that as well. Olmo and Griezmann, Connor to Spurs. Well, if if Spurs sell Højbjerg, then they're going to look at stepping up their interest in Conor Gallagher. I still don't see that happening. This was last season. This was actually this is mad, right? This was at Chelsea versus Man City at Stamford Bridge last season. So yeah, I saw him there. I was lucky enough to sit in hospitality, and I just saw him there. Went over for the snap, said, "Hopefully, see you next season." This was before all the betting stuff had come out, but yeah, maybe that's still true. Like Palmer, I think we'll fit in. Wonder if we get him and another before deadline. I'll be honest, people. I think this, if this is the signing, which it looks like we're working hard for it to be the signing, then I think this is the only one. I don't see us bringing another one in, if I'm being totally honest. Yes, KSA man, big up. Thoughts on Palmer? Good player. I like him. I think there's an immense there's a lot of talent, a lot of ability there. Needs regular minutes, needs coaching, needs development, but there is a real talent there. Versatile, can play right wing, can play 10, has played in the midfield 3 before. And he's got all the attributes to make himself a top player, but it's about realizing that potential and hoping that Poch can develop him. But I actually think it's a good signing. He's very good for his age, and to be honest, played as striker as well. Yeah, he has done. If it is left with me, we play what we have till our boys return to fitness. No, I also hear that point of view. Have you seen that video Chelsea send on here? Twitter. Oh yeah, that's going to be to do with some new kits coming out for sure. Off topic, Ivan Toney looks like, I don't know who Nicholas Pooran is, unfortunately. No, I don't think Chelsea won't sell Gallagher now. The board will sell Martin now. They smash another 45 for Palmer. Well, Martin needs to commit himself to the club. He's out of contract at the end of the season and is yet to sign a new deal. So I still think there's a possibility maybe Martin does leave. Gallagher not going anywhere. I don't think he is either. Yeah, people, 51 likes, almost 100 of us in the building on this Wednesday afternoon. Let's try and get this up towards 100 likes if we can, guys. Keep smashing the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new round here as well, guys. It's massively important. Please do hit that subscribe button and keep running those likes up. Martin in Championship Team of the Year. What are the odds he ever takes Chilwell in the near future? Possibly. Who knows? But he's got to sign a new contract to do that first. I'd be happy with Fati. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. The good thing he have is scoring goals outside. This is a skill set we've lacked, right? He's one of those people that will just shoot on sight, and we don't have many of those there that do that. We really don't. So that's an important skill set and attribute that we are obviously massively missing within the squad. Someone that's just prepared to pull the trigger and will shoot on sight. So yeah, that is 100% a plus. Absolutely. A plus. There's no two ways about it. But let's bring up some more Cole Palmer stuff. Apparently, yeah, I watched that. It was good. Apparently, Mauricio Pochettino has green lighted that situation. So Mauricio Pochettino has given Chelsea the green light to sign Cole Palmer. It's understood £45 million could be enough to convince Manchester City. There is confidence that Chelsea will manage to strike an agreement with City. I share that confidence as well. I do share that confidence. I think there's a deal there to be done, 100%. Man City will probably be open to selling. Cole Palmer is open to the move. There's definitely a deal to be done here. Again, obviously City are signing Mateus Nunes. They've signed Doku, obviously. Cole Palmer is falling kind of not further down a pecking order potentially. Well, maybe yes, but he's facing more competition for his place. I mean, if it's good that obviously Pochettino likes him. We know that Pochettino is very good at working with young players, and the fact that Pochettino's green lighted it is a good thing. Absolutely, is a good thing. That much is certain. It is a very good thing that he's green lighted that move. And look, if Cole Palmer happens, that we go a 40+5 add-ons, as Shano says, or we're doing a 35 plus 10 or whatever it is. I think £45 million total package is going to be the magic number that gets the deal done here. And if we go in with, let's say we go in with Sterling and let's call it Madueke and Cole Palmer as our right options and Mudryk and Sterling as the left options. Is that really that bad to have a quartet of then as Palmer, Sterling, Mudryk and Madueke? I don't think that's that bad. Think how much talent and how much potential is there. Sterling, obviously, the more experience, they can learn a lot from him. I think starts straight away. I really don't think he does. But I think he's certainly here to play a part. When you're spending that much money, I know the current state of the market and all that sort of thing. I hear it, but you would expect him to play some sort of a role. You really would. I feel what we got here. Phil Palmer would be on the bench and just be a squad player. Well, look, he's going to be a squad player, sure, but he's got the potential to become into a. What's this? I blame Poch for this shit. We need quality, experienced players. We're not making top four. I disagree with that. I think this squad is good for top four. I really do. I predicted it at the start of the season. I'm going to stick with it. Wonder what yesterday me with all the board was about. I think it was going to be a big move for someone to see who else goes. No, I think it would have been discussing the Cole Palmer thing, maybe discussing other potential targets. I'm not really sure, but I think there's definitely a chance that Cole Palmer does start, but it's interesting because imagine we sign him and he becomes our De Bruyne type of player and we get our revenge on City. That would be quite some redemption arc, wouldn't it? It would be quite some redemption arc. Look, there's always a risk with these signings. There is always a risk with these signings. Let's make no mistake about it. You know, every signing's a risk. There's very few guarantees in football that, you know, certain signings are going to work out, and that's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, you know, there's very few guarantees that signings are going to work out in football. But you know, what have we got here? Wonder what I have done that. Imagine I've done that. We missed a trick not signing Madison. No, look, I agree in that. I do agree in to a certain extent, but I can understand why the club potentially didn't look at doing that because, you know, is there space for Nkunku and Madison? You know, that's what I'm thinking. What about Bowen from West Ham and John McGinn from Villa? John McGinn's a central midfield player. Bowen's good, but, you know, we know that a deal with West Ham is probably unlikely to be possible. Do you think some outgoings will happen? Yeah. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Malang Sarr, Trevor Chalobah. I think those are the three to watch on the outgoings. I think there's more surprises ahead before deadline day. I mean, I would love it from a YouTube perspective, from a fan perspective, but I just feel personally for me that if this Cole Palmer deal gets done, then in terms of incomings, this will be the only one. But Pochettino has green lighted the Cole Palmer move, which is obviously good. And it's good, you know. I can imagine, you know, Poch being keen to sign Cole Palmer and to work with him. Look, there's huge potential. This is the word, right? And I know that people don't like it, and we know we're signing a lot of youngsters, but Cole Palmer's got huge potential, and it's one of those where, look, it might not work out. Let's be perfectly clear. There's a chance that this doesn't work out, people. We absolutely know that. But there's upsides to this because there's resale value there at that age. There's absolute resale value there. But Chelsea are expected to return with an improved offer for Cole Palmer after having an opening bid of £35 million turned down. A bid of 45 could be enough to convince Man City to sell. And you know what? For all the names we've been linked with, Smith Rowe, Bacola, Cherky, etc., Rafinha, Sancho, I actually think this one is better than this is a much better fit and like gets me more excited than some of those other ones. It really does. You know, I like Cole Palmer. I think he's good. Look, I get it that people wanted someone. People have built themselves up thinking it was going to be someone that was going to come in and instantly move the needle. The needle is not going to be instantly moved by Cole Palmer, but there is 100% a top player in Cole Palmer. There's no two ways about it, guys. There's absolutely a top player in Cole Palmer, people. You got Enzo in January. That was very exciting. Cole Palmer is better than them. I agree. If we sign Palmer, we can do to City what they did to us getting KDB. They'll no doubt look absolutely. But look, what I would also say is that City won't regret selling Cole Palmer because of the playing, because of the quality of players they got, because of the players they bring in. City will still win without Cole Palmer, like they've won without Jesus, like they've won without Zinchenko. They'll still win. Chelsea fan out. Yes, big up my guy. I'm surprised no one is bringing up that with Chelsea signing all these youngsters, they might sell to Saudi clubs once they hit their prime. Maybe, who knows? If he hits the ceiling, you're looking at a 100 million player in 2 to 3 years. Yeah, very, very, very potentially so. I think he's one of the most talented players, you know, in the country in terms of his, you know, his age group and whatnot. He's very highly thought after. You know, he's got a great reputation. And there's no surprise that, you know, Joe Shields is driving this move. You know, there really is no surprise on that because, you know, Joe Shields knows him very well. And I think we've also got to put our trust in the football people. You know, yes, as fans, we can have disagreements on whether we think someone's good enough or whether we think it's going to be a good signing. But ultimately, we've got to put our trust in the people that know best. And until we're proven wrong, then yeah, until I think you've got to trust people. Joseph's pursuit of Cole Palmer, driven by Joe Shields. Mauricio Pochettino has signed off on a move for Palmer, with Chelsea hopeful of agreeing a deal with the Premier League champions in the next few days. So we have to agree it in the next few days, otherwise we're fucked. It's got to be done by 11 p.m. By the way, guys, 28 more likes to the 100 likes mark. Come on, people. 114 of you in the building. Let's get the likes up. Continue to smash the like. We're only 25 minutes in, guys. Plenty of time to rack those likes up. And please subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, guys, and join me on the journey to 7K, to 10K, to beyond. Make sure you become part of the community, guys. So please smash the subscribe button. Most importantly, people, run the likes up, guys. Come on, people. Let's get this to the 100 likes mark. Should be light work now, people. Should be light work for you guys. We always do it. Just need a little bit of encouragement sometimes. Yeah, this is a fair point as well. If he wasn't English, this wouldn't even be a debate. No, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely, you know, and also what's annoying is that people that are shitting on this move are the same people that if Man City were trying to sign Cole Palmer from us would be defending him to the hills and be desperate and fighting for him to stay at the club. But it's the other way, suddenly not sure and thinks it shits on the academy. Like, it saying in their best to try and keep Cole Palmer at the club. So yeah, it doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense. Ferran Torres is definitely one that is on the list, but there's very unlikely that move is going to be materializing at all. Yeah, we're almost at the 100 likes mark, people. Hopefully Palmer works out. He's very little return, which is what we need. Yeah. I mean, there's no comparison between Ansu Fati and Cole Palmer. Look, Ansu Fati was a phenomenal talent. You know, obviously picked up that serious injury. You know, he got the number 10 Messi shirt. He's not really in the same yet. Maybe he needs to get away from Barcelona to rediscover his form and all that sort of thing. So yeah, you know, that's the main thing. I mean, there's no comparison between your West Stand, bro. I'll be in Matthew Harden, mate. If you see me around anywhere, do come and say hello. That's cool. Yeah, if you happen to see me anywhere, then do let me know. I still think there'll be one more in. Still think a winger. Well, Cole Palmer is a winger though, so I don't think there will be. Weren't we linked with Federico Chiesa at the beginning of the window? Quite possibly when all that sort of stuff with Juventus and all those swap deals and all that shit was going on, but no, nothing really concrete. What else have we got? I like the idea of Cole Palmer, just the type of player we need. Remember that what Poch did for Delhi's game amongst others. I like the idea of Kudos, but Cole can play a similar game in PL already. Yeah, no, I agree. Guys, everything all right now? I did have a slight internet issue just then, but can you all hear me loud and clear? Everything's good. You know, pictures all right and all that. Do let me know. Bring Enzo, his pal Julian Alvarez. Alvarez is not going to come. Alvarez is not going to come. Let's not forget Pep bin Torres after one season. Was it only one season? I mean, look, I think he probably would have kept him, but you know, Pep's one of those where, and City are one of those where they don't stand in the way of players leaving. If a player wants to go, they will let them go. No problem. In my opinion, if Palmer can be like Sterling, drive at fullbacks, and it will cause problems because now both fullbacks need to track back. Yeah. What's the update on Sancho? There is no update on Sancho. Sancho was one of the names on the list, on a long list of potential attacking signings that Chelsea were looking at making. And yeah, that's as far as it's gone so far. The potential of this squad is top four easy. I agree. All good. Yes, perfect. But yeah, look, Joe Shields driving it. And we've got to put our trust in these people. Joe Shields has worked at the Man City Academy. He was there when Foden was there. Was he there when Cole Palmer was there as well? Yeah, I think an exciting player, a decent player in my book. And there's a lot to look forward to with this potential signing. A lot to look forward to. So let's wait and see what happens here. Let's wait and see what happens here. Again, the reaction's interesting. Do we get? I wonder what the City fans' perspective on this is. Are they keen? Yeah, it's look. I wonder if the City fans are keen on this as well. Do you think we'll get Musiala? No, absolutely not. We have very good relations with City, so can't see any issues. No, I don't see any issues either. We did the business of Kovacic. Yeah, look, I think the clubs get on well. There's a good relationship there. So, yeah, that really shouldn't be too much of an issue. Brighton have bid for Smith Rowe, have they? Has that been confirmed somewhere, has it? Where have you seen that? Let's have a look if that's been Has that been confirmed by someone? Is that just now? Let me know where you saw that. But yeah, look, Smith Rowe, obviously, again, another talented player, Smith Rowe, but don't think it's right for Chelsea. I wouldn't have hated it, but I certainly don't think it was the right move. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you can't actually get done for that tonight because no one's got the broadcasting. Let's just whack it on, do a live stream on YouTube showing the game. You probably get quite a few watchers, to be honest. Clearly, Joe Shields has a lot more intel on Palmer than any other player he's signed, so he'll talk to Poch and tell him how to work him and get the best out of him. Yeah, I reckon so. Look, I think there's definitely the potential there. Guys, 16 more likes. 16 more likes to the 100 mark. Come on, people. 133 in the building. This should be light work, guys. Another 16 likes. Hover over that thumb button. Give it a click. It's seconds. It's free. And it massively, massively helps me out. So please do smash a like, people. If you could, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. 14 more likes to go. You got this, people. You've got this. Smith Rowe is going 70 million or more. I don't think so. Look, guys, let's be realistic here. Man City are not selling Phil Foden to Chelsea. Come on. Let's engage our brains a little bit, people. The only problem I have with Palmer is he's City's fourth choice. Surely this means we aren't aiming to compete with them. Look, just because someone's fourth choice at City doesn't mean they're not a top player. It doesn't mean they can't be a good player for Chelsea. You know, Jesus, Sterling, like examples here. Palmer better than Smith Rowe. I would agree on that. Yes, Carlos, big up. Yeah, we got what is the game today? We got AFC Wimbledon in League 2 in the second round of the Carabao Cup. That is the game tonight. Could you get done if you stream the game? Yeah, probably. You probably could. So I'm not going to be taking the chances on that. But yeah, like technically, because no one's got the broadcast rights to it, there's no copyright. Yes, Smith Rowe has had a lot of injuries. Nunes agreed fee with City. Yeah, Man City looking like they're going to complete that signing of Mateus Nunes from Wolves. But yeah, look, this Cole Palmer stuff, people, it's kind of mad. But you know, people hating on it because he's English. If he was called like Coles Parmenio or something, like people would be absolutely loving it. Because he's an English lad called Cole Palmer, people are hating on it. But look, I just want to, you know, sum a few things up. And there's a very good tweet here from, I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter, but I think I'll bring it up on the screen now. Let's have a look at this. Because I think it reflects the like sort of my views well, and I think it gives a very well-rounded opinion. So this guy spent the last few hours considering Cole Palmer, and these are his views. So he's talented and technical. Is he the finished article? No, but what signing this summer is true. This is very much a new Chelsea signing. He's worked under Pep, covers the front three, strengthens the squad. Yes. Would I have liked others ahead of him? Probably, but that's only my perspective. Scouts obviously know what a talent he is. We trust him with Lavia. Why not Palmer? Yep. If Brennan Johnson's 50 million, he is considerably better than him. A lot of people rate Morgan Gibbs White. Palmer is as good as him. He just has a bigger repertoire of content because he plays for a lesser team. I think that's fair. And people are disappointed because he isn't Wirtz, Cherky, Musiala, etc. I totally understand and respect that. However, if we get him, I'm excited to see how he plays and see what Pochettino does with him. We are building a squad of some of the most talented players around. Let's be patient and see how this unfolds. I think that is a very I think that's a very fair analysis of the situation so far, and that would be my views on it as well. It's a new Chelsea signing. Look, I think there's a lot of positives to it. Yeah, of course there's negatives to it. There's negatives to every single signing. You never know their potential they've shown days and so on and so forth. But you know, there's immense potential there, people. There absolutely is immense potential. You know, at this point in time, you know, that there's a lot of potential there. I think he's good, guys. I do think he's good. We need him to move the needle. We need him to come in and hit the ground running as quickly as possible. But look, he's better than Brennan Johnson for sure. And people were looking at, you know, we were looking at spending 50 million quid on Brennan Johnson. You know, he's better than Bacola. He's better than a lot of players that we've been linked with. So I see very little downside to this deal. If I'm being perfectly honest, there's 100%, in my opinion, there are more positives than negatives to this deal. There are 100% more positives than negatives. Hey guys, last 4 likes now. So come on, people. 126 in the chat. 4 of people can smash likes. No messing about. Messing about. Let's. Oh, there we go. We're back in the mix. Yeah, internet was kind of moving a bit. It was moving a little bit wonky then. Yeah, I agree. What do you think of Spurs? What we got going on there? What do you think of Spurs going out the League Cup last night? Yeah, standard Spurs, standard Spurs, guys. No two ways about it. That is a standard Spurs thing to have happened. But look, I'll just round out on this on this Cole Palmer stuff. I think we've got to give him the time. See how he develops, see how he goes on, and put our trust in the people that ultimately know much more than we do. And Cole Palmer is a signing that ticks what the new Chelsea approach, as it were. This is what Chelsea are going to be looking at doing right now. This is how we're going to be operating. So yeah, I'm excited. To be honest, I expect the deal to be concluded in the next couple of days. Thursday, probably some point on Friday, a deal will certainly get done for Cole Palmer. No two ways about it. In my mind, I mean, I could be wrong. Why are people wanting the bro? Why do you want the Cole Palmer deal to collapse? Like, why? Do you think he's crap? Like, what's the reasoning behind that? But let's move away now. Actually, let's just stick with this and just quickly mention. Has he any known injury issues? No, I don't think so. I mean, everyone gets injured, but I don't think there's anything concerning, in regards to that. Let's just quickly go through this Ansu Fati stuff then, because Tottenham are now in contact with Barca to negotiate for Ansu Fati deal on loan. Discussions about conditions of the deal, but Barca want 100% of salary covered. Of course they do. Ansu also is trying to find a suitor for Ansu Fati. He knows that Chelsea are looking for an attacking player. I hope that Chelsea, in the nicest way possible, and no disrespect to Ansu Fati, I hope I'm back. Right, people, we are back. Sorry about that. Yeah, a little switch up there. Don't know what was going on. Let's get this Ansu Fati stuff back up. Yeah, bro, this internet was peak. I don't know what's happened today. Yeah, no, we're back in the game, people. Are we good now? Are we good, guy? Yeah, internet is sorted, people. Apologies. Yeah, it's been peak today. Connection gone. Yeah, mate, man's got a Tottenham Wi-Fi. And he's gone. Yeah, mate, the Tottenham stuff was coming back to get me. Right, we're back in the mix. Don't know what was going on there. Maybe just Hello Man are using the internet at this time of the day. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, let's go back to this Ansu Fati stuff, people. I'm not going to mention the T word again, in case things go a little bit south. But yeah, look, I can see that how Chelsea would be offered Ansu Fati. Obviously, George Mendes is looking for a taker for his client. Obviously Chelsea looking for an attacking player. I can get why he's tried to shift him. Look, let's be real. Ansu Fati is a phenomenal talent. has, superb when he was breaking through at La Masia when he first broke into the team as well. But the reality of the situation for me is that since that long-term injury, since he picked up that number 10 from Messi, he's not really been the same player. And that's the reality of the situation is that this guy's not what he used to be. And for me, it's a silly signing. He's not versatile in the same way as a Cole Palmer is or other players that we've been linked with. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. So for me, it's one we got to steer well clear of. We are too impatient as Chelsea fans. Palmer's a decent signing. I agree with that. Fati again, I think he's 21, 22. Bro, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what was going on there. But we seem to be alive and kicking again. We are alive and kicking like fucking whatever that was. That as alive and kicking an Anton Deck thing. I don't know. But yeah, look, I can see why we've been offered the opportunity to, but this would be silly if we're going to add. If Cole Palmer is going to be our attacking signing, and then maybe we try and add a centre forward potentially, then there's absolutely no reason for us to be entertaining any sort of thought in this Ansu Fati stuff. It appears now that obviously I think Spurs are looking at signing him on loan. That's fine, but for a Chelsea perspective, it really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't really know what's going on there. I really don't. Yeah, it's a strange one. It is a strange one for me. But yeah, Fati I'll be real, Fati's not that guy. No, the Chelsea game's not on TV later. You guys are going to have to try and find something on the deep dark web, some sort of stream, because it's not broadcast anywhere. If you've got Sky Sports, certainly in the UK, if you watch like the soccer special, whatever it is, then you'll get shown the goals as and when they go in. But there's no way you can watch the game on TV. Fati injury prone agreed. With Cole Palmer to conclude, I'd be chuffed with this transfer window in terms of both outgoings and incomings. Yeah, bro, I absolutely agree. Oh man, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Midway could get himself a few goals. It's a big night for quite a few players. It absolutely is a big night for a few players for sure. No two ways. Yeah, Mudryk's injured. He did. Yeah, Mudryk's been out for a little bit of time. Well, he missed the Luton game. He's going to miss this game. Hopefully, he'll be fit for Forest on Saturday. Yeah, you can normally find something on Twitter. But yeah, obviously, like legally per se, there's no legal way, as it were, to watch the game unless you're going to the stadium. But yeah, guys, let's talk about outgoings. Callum Hudson-Odoi. That one seems to be getting a little bit closer now. We've been trying to get rid of this guy all summer, £8 million. But now, Fabrizio reporting this morning that Nottingham Forest are very close to are now closing in on Callum Hudson-Odoi deal. Negotiations moving to final stages with Chelsea. Talks underway. Details to be clarified today, but Callum could join Forest soon. Sounds about right. Forest are also interested in Malang Sarr. This is great, isn't it? Forest have turned into sort of like the English Saudi, where they just come in to take all our players that we're looking to get rid of. Malang Sarr, Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's a good one. Cole Palmer's better than Elise and Barcola. Look, I think Elise would have been great, but I agree that I'd much rather Cole Palmer over what's his name, over over Barcola. No two ways about it. Yeah, you can listen to it on 5 Live on I think you can listen to it on TalkSport 2 as well. Yeah, deal's confirmed. Yeah, Fabrizio, it's all done. CHO, big wages off. Odoi could have been our answer this season as backup. Yeah, it could have been. That was indicative of the previous regime, though. We offered him a massive contract, agreed when he'd done well, but that Achilles injury just completely fucked him over. The Achilles injury completely did him in, guys, and he's not been the same player since. But at 22 years of age, he can still build himself a very good career for himself. We just got to wait and see how he develops. So I think he can still be a top player. There's no two ways about it. But it's not going to happen at Chelsea. It is a weird one. I get what people are saying. Oh, like with some of the names that are being linked. Oh, maybe we could have just gone with Callum as that backup choice. But let's be honest, Hudson-Odoi has not really been good for best part of 18 months now, bordering on almost 2 years now. He's not been that good for. So yeah, I think it's a good move for him. He goes to play Premier League football. Lavia trending. That'll be to do with Joe Shields and the fact that Lavia basically, I think a year ago today, scored that worldie against Chelsea for Southampton, and it was he did a little post on Instagram saying, "Not sure I should be celebrating this." So that's why that'll be why he's trending, because it was quite funny, to be fair. Yeah, but just on Lukaku, Fabrizio saying 10 minutes ago that documents are all signed between Roma and Chelsea for Lukaku. Deal, player signed too. It's done. It's official. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for the what do you call it? Just waiting for the official announcement. That's it. We're waiting for the official announcement. Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say. So yeah, that Lukaku deal is done. So that's great. We can absolutely forget about him now. Don't need to say anything more on Lukaku. So yeah, what? Oh, it was a pretty good goal that Lavia scored against Chelsea. He rifled that in, proper smashed it in. It was a good finish. I think it was a great goal, personally. Such a shame with Lukaku. Look, of course we're all gutted that it didn't work out for the money we spent and what we thought we were going to get compared to what we did get, of course. But it's the way it goes, and I think this is a big reason why I say to people, when they cry on about, oh, we should go and sign big names, we should go and sign proven players and stuff. Look what happens when we do. There's very few proven players we've signed have actually made a success at Chelsea, and that's just the reality of the situation, guys. Is that very few of these proven players we sign are actually going to make it at the club, and we just have to we have to accept that. We have to accept that. So. Yeah, I don't know. It's the way it goes. But yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi to Nottingham Forest. That looks to be gathering pace. Should be done soon. Malang Sarr also attracting interest from Forest as well. So that's obviously helping us out. That's definitely helping us out big time. Forest probably taking 2 players off us that we absolutely don't want. Let's advance on this Trevor Chalobah story then. So Simon Johnson reporting in The Athletic what we all knew anyway, is that Trevor Chalobah's preference would be to stay at Chelsea, but following the arrival of Axel Disasi earlier this summer, there is an acceptance that the best route to regular first-team football may be away from Stamford Bridge. So yeah, I think that's obviously clear. Do I think Nicholas Jackson will play? Yeah, potentially. I think Mason Burstow. For me, I think Mason Burstow would start, but it could be good for confidence of Jackson to play and bag a few more goals. I can certainly see that point of view 100%. Yeah, he said that on what that all you can eat Chelsea earlier. I don't know if he's actually going to do it or not, but yeah, we'll see. Basically, Lavia trending because it came up with like a memory thing of his goal against Chelsea last season. And he just put a little funny thing, not sure if I should be celebrating this sort of thing. Do I think he plays? I think he plays some part. I don't know if he starts or not. Yes, brother, hope you're good. It's mad Lukaku is 20th all-time Prem scorer. Could have easily got into top 10. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Cucurella to United, that will take place. That is personal terms have agreed. Chelsea and United need to agree a fee, but that's advancing. And yeah, the expectation very much is that deal does get done. So yeah, I mean, could you imagine at the start of the window saying Cucurella and Mount would be teammates, but it wouldn't be at Chelsea, it would be at Man United? Kind of yeah, that's a real weird one, isn't it? I don't think anyone would have predicted Mount and Cucurella to both be playing for Man United next season, this season, at the end of last season. That would have been one that you would have been like, nah, that absolutely no chances that happening. That would have been down as as one of those 100%. What do you want to see with Cole Palmer? I just want to see him play well. I want to see goals. I want to see assists. I want to see him contributing in a positive way and making a positive impact at the football club. Simple as that. I'm torn. I want Cooker to do really well, so when he comes back, we got a good left back. We also don't want him helping United. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not sure if Cucurella will play for Chelsea again. I'm really not sure. I think with everything going on, I mean, look, he would have been in line to feature tonight, absolutely. But I think with how this Man United move has advanced, I'm not sure if he will feature tonight or not. With the move being so close, I personally don't see how he can feature tonight. But a lot of this will depend on what Martson does. Is Martson going to sign a new deal or not? That's the big thing as well. No, I don't think he will. I don't think so. Lavia starts tonight. I think more like a friendly game, get him sharp. Well, yeah, I'd like to see him start for sure. I'd like to see him play, but I think ultimately, guys, when Poch said a few weeks and he wasn't really ready because he had hardly had any pre-season, then I wouldn't have expected to see him until after the international break. But this is a great opportunity to get him some minutes. And no disrespect to Wimbledon, this will be like a pre-season game. So for me, I think he should be in the squad. But from what Poch has said, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. Chile and Martin are left backs. Well, yeah, but Martin hasn't played left back for Chelsea. I don't know if Poch even sees him as a left back. And we've got to remember that, Martin has played no minimal Premier League football. Yeah, Lavia is training. MK Dons battered us 4-1 yesterday. Yeah, they did. Man United will do rubbish regardless. Yeah, no, they will. Do you think we will sell him? Yeah, I think Chelsea will look to sell Cucurella. I just don't think the club rate him. Chelsea is ruthless. Lukaku for 100 million out on loans. Cuckoo for 60 out on loan. Yeah, well, we have to because these players were surplus to requirements. That's the reality of the situation. These guys were surplus to requirements. I know he's a left back. I know he can play there, but does Poch see him as a left back? If we're going to continue with this kind of Chilwell left wing thing, then Martin obviously fits that position fits that position well. But Poch has not played him once as a left back. It would be interesting to see where Martin plays tonight, whether he plays as left back, whether he plays as left wing, whether we stick with that three at the back, or what we do. It's going to be interesting. Guys, 2 likes away from 120. Let's try and get this to 150 likes if we can, guys. We need 30 more likes, 130 of you locked in. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't be freeloaders, people. I know you're watching. I know you get involved in the chat and it's all great fun interacting with you, but just do me a favor. Hit that like button. Let's get this to 150 likes, guys. And please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're 6 subscribers away now from 6.12. Let's try and hit that little mini milestone. Get 6 of you people to smash that subscribe button and help me on the journey to 7K and beyond. Let's try and get those 6 subscribers chalked off, people. So please, if you could, I'd be greatly appreciative if you could press that subscribe button. We need to build a squad full of leaders again. Think this is a key attribute for any more signings we make. Lavia and Caicedo in midfield, so Enzo gets a rest tonight like Chilwell for the weekend. Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if Enzo actually started this game. I don't think he should, but I absolutely wouldn't be surprised if Enzo started this game because it's kind of the way. And there's no excuses not to go strong in this game. Yes, you're going to see rotation. Yes, you're going to see players you might not normally see, but we can't be taking the piss in the cup. With no European football, there's no reason for us to not take this cup competition seriously. What's going on with Madrid? It was supposed to be a few days. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's happened there. A few days is turned into a bit more than a few days. Yeah, I'll be at the game tonight. 300 likes target. Let's go. I mean, that would be great, but 300 is going to be very optimistic considering we're not too far away from rounding out. But the 150 target would be spot Cole Palmer thing is weird. Doesn't play above Raheem at right. Doesn't play when Kunku's back. So it has to be left wing. Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. But look, there's obviously a plan for him. Otherwise, we wouldn't be going for him. There's absolutely a plan for Cole Palmer. In my opinion, there has to be a plan. I did that yesterday, brother. I did that yesterday. I want to see Ugachukwu, but I want to see Lavia and Caicedo too. Look, I think there's a possibility all three are involved. For me, it's almost a certainty that Ugachukwu starts, almost a certainty that he starts, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. No, unless you're playing FIFA, then no. Cole Palmer is quality already and will only get better. Yeah, no, I like him. Let's not take this game for granted. We need to focus on the cups and play a strong team. Yeah, no, I certainly agree on that. There will be half an eye on the game on Saturday, though, for sure. So there will be some rotation. Badiashile Colwell as cover for Chilwell, I think, which turns into a back three. Just over, 7:45 kickoff. Centre backs for tonight, I would go with Levi Colwell and Bashir Humphreys. But if Martson plays like left wing as such, then I think it will be Colwell left back with Disasi and Humphreys in the middle. Possibly, yeah. I see Madrid at the gym today. Yeah. No, because some Arsenal fan just completely made that up on Twitter and people just fell for it left, right, and centre. Yeah, agreed. I'd go with Colwell. This is you. Just know City will insist on big sell-on clause or buyback, which Chelsea won't want. Maybe. Cole Palmer can play as a striker in every offensive position. Very versatile. Yeah, he is versatile. What do you think will be our main formation? Well, I'd like to say like 4-2-3-1, but obviously with Nkunku injured, that's not really how it's gone at the moment. He seems to have been playing some sort of hybrid three at the back sort of thing. Yeah, mate, City do let players go. They let Lavia leave their academy. They let obviously they've let Sterling leave. They let Jesus leave. They let Zinchenko leave. They let Gundogan. Gundogan left. Aguero left as well. They're not rejects. There's such a narrow-minded way of looking at it. Mudryk is a waste of money. I totally disagree with that. Brother, I've got no idea whatsoever. Absolutely no idea. Away kit announcement might be tomorrow. Yeah, they are teasing something soon. There is no way we are exchanging Mudryk to Arsenal. No, of course we're not. Cancelo's gone as well. They let Borges go too. Yeah, they did let Carlos Borges go. Yeah, look at them all. Well, look, it's not about that they're good enough to. Mate, I think you're miles off it here. Absolutely miles off it. In my opinion, I totally disagree with that completely. Who do you think is scoring first? Let's go Burst though. So yeah, what about Salah and KDB then as well? It's just a weird way to look at it. City have so many good players. Like, just because you don't make it at City doesn't mean you're a shit player. Like, we've got to stop looking at it as a City reject. He's not a City reject. Is KDB feel like 50 is a bit too much? What else we got going on here? KDB came from the Genk Academy, not Cobham. Look, I think to be looking at Cole Palmer as a City reject in my mind is a poor way of looking at things. But everyone's got their own opinions. It's football. Everyone has their own opinions. But I don't agree with that trail of thinking at all. But you know, it is what it is. KDB, is the squad out for tonight yet? No, it's not out for tonight yet. It's not. No, guys, let's try and get 25 more likes on the board. I'm probably going to go for another 5 or so minutes now. So yeah, let's try and smash these likes up, guys. Come on, people. Let's get this to 150 if we can. If he was good enough, Pep wouldn't let him go. Okay. Barcola, yeah. Well, PSG have submitted another offer. Palmer was player of the tournament. No, it wasn't. It was Anthony Gordon. I think Moreira probably starts tonight. Foden's the only academy player City even kept besides Rico Lewis. Yeah, exactly. Look, Battersea Chelsea, are you happy with the Romeo Lavia signing? Are you happy with that signing? Because by your thinking, he'd be a City reject because they let him go from the academy. Are you happy with that signing? If City didn't have Haaland and Alvarez, they would keep Palmer. Yeah, the City are happy to keep Palmer. Pep's not would like him to stay. You know, let's make that clear. Pep would like him to stay. I hope we don't play back four. I hope we don't play. Do you mean do or don't? How is PSG able to buy Kolo Muani, Ramos, and Barcola? Fuck knows. I reckon they're spending. Obviously, got money to spend, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were spending a little bit of that Kylian Mbappe money in my mind. I hope we don't play back four. Oh, how is Cole Palmer will play in the 10 behind Jackson until Nkunku comes back, then rotate. I think he'll play right side as well. So yeah, I mean, let's kind of see what happens. But just back to this Chalobah thing. I know Chelsea want 50 million quid for him. We are never ever going to get 50 million pounds for Trevor Chalobah. I think if Bayern were to offer something like 30 million, I think we probably accept it. I think we do. I think we do. So let's wait and see. So I don't know, but I think there's a good point here as well. I know people might not agree with this, but let's bring this up on the screen in terms of this here. So I just don't know how a bottleneck isn't created here by constantly buying players of similar ages and similar positions who need minutes to grow. How does this benefit them? Fans really don't care and will just lambast them when they stall, but not sure it makes a good squad. I don't think that. I don't necessarily disagree with that. You know, you just signed Madueke on an 8-year contract in January, and then you're probably going to bring Cole Palmer in on a similar contract in the summer. Both the same age, similar players. Look, it creates a bottleneck. You need, I do agree with this to an extent, and only time will tell people if this route we're going down is going to work out. I know not all these players are going to work out. Some are bought with a view to succeeding. Some are bought obviously with a view to being flipped on for profit. I totally get that, but you know, you can't help but feel that young players that need development, well, these young players are all going to be blocking each other at some point. So, yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a strange one for me. Is it a strange? I don't know if it's a strange one or not. But I can see what the point being made here is that we are potentially hoarding, you know, a lot of young talent here that all need minutes to develop their games and to push on, but they're not going to be in a position to all get the minutes that they require. So yeah, it's a funny one. It is a funny one. It really is. I don't know, guys. I don't really get it, if I'm being totally honest. I'm just not really sure. I just don't know what's happening. I really don't know what the situation is at this point in time. And it is certainly a weird one. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Bayern won't buy Gallagher. We can get 100 mil for both Chalobah and Gallagher. I don't think Gallagher's going to be sold, people. I'll be real. Poch likes him. He's done well to start the season. And Chelsea at this point in time aren't going to get a bid they deem acceptable. Plus, I actually don't think Gallagher wants to leave the club either. So, yeah, I mean, let's wait and see on that. No, look, I think Fati's been a very good player. Since that major injury, he's not quite been the same. I think he needs to leave Barcelona and go and rediscover his form somewhere else, get out of that Barca environment. But yeah, Chelsea is not the place for that to take place. There's no two ways about it in my mind. It's certainly not the place for it to take place. But yeah, I'll tell you what, people, things have massively heated up in the today for sure. They massively are. I mean, I don't think anyone woke up this morning thinking, yeah, Chelsea are going to be in talks to sign Cole Palmer. No, not a single person was going to be thinking that. Absolutely certain of it. By the way, guys, 17 more likes to hit the 150. Come on, people. I'm going to round this out in the next few minutes. 132 locks in the building. If you've not smashed the like button, please hit that like button, guys. You know, it massively helps out. It spreads the stream, gets more eyes on the channel. And if you're not subscribed, please smash the subscribe button as well. It's really helpful. I do massively appreciate it. So yeah, people, let's get all this shit done. Come on, guys. Run these likes up, people, to the 150 mark. Let's get it done. 10 more likes. I can tell you, people, there's people sitting in here that haven't smashed that like button. Don't think I don't know you guys are doing that. Yes, hit the likes. It's free. It's free. Exactly, Jim. It's free. It's a very small price. It's not even a price to pay. 8 more likes, guys. I knew there was people in here that weren't hitting that like button. If as many people just hit the like button, then hit the subscribe button, then yeah, we'd be racing up. So yeah, if we can get another 5 subscribers as well before we round out, let's get it done, guys. Come on, people, let's get it done. 6 more likes now. I knew there was going to be. I knew it. I knew you people were sitting in there lurking without smashing that like button, guys. Yes, bro. I will vlog the game tonight. For sure, it'll be up after the game. So yeah, make sure you check it out. But yeah, that will be up after the game. I don't think we've not made a 45 million pound bid. No, we absolutely bid 35 million pounds. That's true, but no, there's been no 45 million bid. 45 million pounds is the price that is believed that will get a deal done at. So yeah, that's where that 45 million sort of figures come from. Beat the shit out of that. Yes, thank you, my guy. Nice, gracious Limo. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes these things happen, but yeah, the like button is very, very important, people. It is important. But yeah, guys, I need to get ready and prepare myself to head down to the game. So big up to everyone that's tuned in tonight, this afternoon. Appreciate each and every single one of you. 2 and a bit days to go, guys. 2 and a bit days to go in the transfer window. So yeah, things are heating up. Let's see what happens the rest of the tonight and into tomorrow in regards to Cole Palmer outgoings. Will there be another incoming besides Cole Palmer? Let's wait and see what happens, guys. But yeah, people, I'm going to be off to the game. Make sure you check out the match vlog that will drop after the game tonight. So make sure you stay tuned in for that one. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you again tomorrow for more daily transfer update. Let's see what tomorrow's got in store for us with the last 2 days of the window. But until then, guys, enjoy the game if you're going. Enjoy it if you're watching it, however you're going to be watching it. Take care, up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.